Greetings, chummers. Drosman here, and welcome back to Hand of Fate.
It has been some time since you last sat at the table. Let us begin again.
Yep, been about a week.
Ah, good. Now you understand the basics, we can begin in earnest. Your hero is returned to his beginning items. Our decks are reset. Welcome to the cabinet, home of the members of my court.
We do not have access to endless mode yet, because you have to unlock a certain number of cards before he'll let you play endless mode. But story mode's what we're here for anyway, because we're going after the Jack of Skulls. Alright. Three challenges. He adds 3 Two of Skulls to the deck, but also has 3 supply cards.
Time for you to face my undead army. Meet the Jack of Skulls.
So, first we're going to go on the deck builder. It asks if we want to use the recommended equipment and encounter decks. We will. Decks have been updated. Here I can change my fate. This is from the wildcard update. Unfortunately, most of the wildcard fates are paid DLC. So unless you pay for it, you have only access to the Adventurer, the Apprentice, and the Warlord, which are essentially normal, easy, and hard. I'll be playing on the Adventurer. You have the equipment deck, which has various things down here. And these are the things you can add to it. Though you are limited by how many cards come in your deck. At the moment we have 12. No more, no less. And the encounter deck is here. So if I want to, I could take out, say, the river and put in the winding trail. Though I don't want to do that because I want the river. For one, because the river has a token that I get out of it. Inspect. See, and I can push Y to inspect. While sitting and it tells me about Mr. Lionel. Though, one downside about this is if the card is new, it will just say that it's new and that its contents are unknown. So you don't know what you're getting into. I know what the river does because that's an easy one to get early on. But we'll cross that river when we get to it. Alright, so recommended decks. Start the game.
New content awaits you. It will be awarded when you complete your run. I will add my own cards to the deck. How boring life would be without a little spice. Play for life and death. Prepare yourself.
Alright, and as you can see, the little dish next to the candle there on the right, there's a little red thing sitting in it. That's the token dish. Whenever you win a token in the middle of a dungeon run, they'll get put in there. The little red thing there is from a piece of free DLC, the Murder at Sea DLC. And I'll try to go through what I can of it. It's a really good story. But it's so tedious trying to get through parts of it because it goes entirely off the token mechanic for progressing it. And sometimes it's just, oh, you get the token, which allows you to go back to this one place so you can talk to this one guy to get the token to go to the next place. It's, well, why couldn't we just cut that part in the middle out? And yeah, it's a nice story, but there's a lot of padding to it. So if we get through all of it, we'll get through all of it. If we don't, we won't. Hopefully.
Take your time if you like. I've waited long enough.
You shush when I'm dying to talk. Ah, Mr. Lionel,
I'm starting to wonder if you're simply leaving this card in as a quick way to get your hands on a shield.
Well, yes, but also because I can't take it out because it's one of the locked cards. I think. And, you know, we've already had this one. You know, Mr. Lionel shows up, introduces himself. I'll ask him what he needs. I need to help you. And I get one shield card. Fortitude's Breath. It's just like a regular shield, but every third encounter does not consume food. And I get to stun with the shield bash. And he takes the bullet on a pickled onion off the plate and strengthens out the tavern door. Alright, next card. Ooh, it's something new. The river. See? We get across the river.
Running water protects against many things in myth. Generally, though, it's just a pain to get past.
Yep.
There's a token in it for you if you win.
Yep, token in play. Path is brought by a river. The water is clear, but fast flowing. Now I could turn back, but to cross this card, I have to cross the river. And since it's a linear floor, I have to cross the river. Tip to cross the river. I want that huge success.
A choice. Select your desire.
I think it's this one. It is! Yay! Your light armor makes the crossing easy, and you even stop to dive for some shiny stones in the riverbed, which may catch a few coins. I get 1 gold gain card. 15 gold.
I'm sure you are grateful for that.
On the other side of the river, you realize one of the stones is in fact a ring. You put it away to have it cleaned and identified later, and then continue your journey. The card's token is now yours.
The token is yours. Well done.
Yeah, the way that encounter turns out, though, is heavily dependent on what weight of armor you're wearing. At the moment, we're wearing light armor, because that's all the game has given us so far. But if you're wearing medium armor, you can't get the gold, and I've never tried going across the river in heavy armor. Alright, so next card. Ooh, the Maiden.
Given how rarely one encounters the folk, you are fortunate indeed to meet Merith again. Or perhaps we are merely cycling around the wheel and dipping into the same memories time and time again.
Yeah. One day in the shitty forest, you encounter an elf maiden. She stops to greet you. Hey, it's Merith. I could ask for a longer life, supplies, or gold. I'd like some supplies, because I'm always worrying about running out of food. She gives me some lambus bread, and I get 2 food gain cards. 3 food, and 5 food. The elders of our kind often say that we must retread paths we once took in order to gain an advantage on the present. Farewell, mortal. And then the exit.
Head downwards, if you dare.
I think at the moment the only exit card we have is stairs. Which is good, because I think on some of the exit cards you can get ambushed by enemies as you're trying to pass through and you have to fight. But I don't think that can happen on stairs. To discover the exit of the area, take the stairs.
Many have reached this far. Further, in fact. I do not know if you have what it takes to do better than they did.
I certainly do. Ooh, new card. Maze of Traps.
A cave, traps, and the hope of treasure. It's all I could ask for, and more.
Yep.
Win this and claim my token.
You found a goblin treasure cave. Will you enter? Yes, I will enter the cave. The Maze of Traps. A place that is really easy to lose a lot of health. And technically by the game...
Now we begin to raise the stakes. The arena itself will fight against you. Beware of my traps.
Now this technically counts as a combat, so if I had any effects that triggered off combats, that would be... they would trigger here. But I don't have to fight anything, I just have to get through this place without dying. Oh! And it's a very good introduction to traps, which later in the game you have to fight enemies while dealing with traps. That chest right there's my goal. Try to get there without being dead. I'm on fire. I'm being spiked. I got spiked again. And the gold is mine. Having survived the traps, you loot the chest. The dealer draws you 3 gain cards. 40 gold, 30 gold, and 3 gold. So, a crap ton of gold. After opening the chest, the traps lay dormant, and you make your way back to safety. The card's token is now yours. Alright, I can go up or I can go right. Let's go up. Oh, that's the stairs.
Deeper towards our foe.
Now let's turn back, because I'm not done exploring this floor. Ooh, new card. Captain of the Guards.
I always thought it was best to avoid the problems of others. I see you have no such concerns. A challenge for you, and a token if you succeed.
You hear a shout from up ahead, and the sounds of battle. Racing forwards, you discover a warrior surrounded by undead. Broken bones litter the area around the man. There are still more closing in on him. He appears badly injured. So, 2 skulls. Stranger, he calls out as he throws his weapon to you. Here, take my mace and put an end to these monstrosities. Mace!
It's a lump of iron on a stick. Not terribly subtle.
That tip thing I just skipped on accident, I believe was describing what that holy trait there does. Which, namely, makes it work better against undead, and later game when skeletons can revive themselves, wielding a holy weapon prevents them from doing such. So yes, I will equip the mace.
Right approach.
Well, yeah, I'm going to be beating up skeletons, so I'd rather have a mace than a rusty axe. Alright. Well, that was pretty easy. Skeletons are more dangerous than the bandits, if nothing else, because they come with shields, and they can have ranged units as well. And their ranged units are actually particularly dangerous because they use guns which cannot be reflected. You have to dodge them. Though it's easy to dodge. Good work putting them to rest. Keep the mace. We have enough back at Cadre, he says, slowly standing. We've been hearing reports of undead in our kingdom recently, and I came to investigate. He stops to look around at all the bone fragments. More of them here than I suspected. Some new horror must have decided to settle in these parts and brought its minions. I must head back to the capital and report this to the Duke. Watch your step, friend. There is something more powerful at work than just these skeletons. This card's token is now yours. Alright, and this is another new card. Ooh, a shop. In a shady grove off the beaten trail, you find a traveling merchant looking to trade with wandering adventurers. Mages sell only specific items that they've discovered in faraway lands. Their prices can be high, but they also pay well for anything that catches their interest. Approach the shop. Greetings, wise traveler. I have much to offer you. Skip. What do you have to sell? Alchemical silver, which is nice. It's a artifact that makes me move faster. Hag's wraps, which is each strike inflicts a curse, slowing and weakening your opponent. Dragon ring, which, while it sounds awesome, at the moment is completely useless, because the dragon ring requires you to have the full set of dragon relics, which I do not have unlocked yet. And the plunderer's cap. When you draw supplies, draw two and pick one. I think that's meaning for drawing equipment. So let's see. I like the hag's wraps because that's better.
It's not enough that you kill them, you'll curse them too.
Well, yes. Yes, I will. And the plunderer's cap, because I have the money to get it, and it's useful to have.
The power of a prophet. Choose your fate.
Alright, anything I have to sell? Nope. Alright, leave the shop. And I just travel to the stairs.
Were you hoping this was the end? No. Another floor awaits.
Yep. Take the stairs.
Good. Now all you need to do is find and kill the Jack of Skulls, and we can progress.
And I'm betting he's at the end of this hallway. Traveling Tinker. In Shady Grove, off the beaten trail, you find a traveling merchant looking to trade with wandering adventurers. Let's approach the shop. Tinkers can sell pretty much anything. You can't heal at Tinker's, though. Desperate Measures, which does more damage than the mace I have, but I don't have the gold to pay for it anyway. Nice things, but nothing for me. I don't need to buy any more at the moment. So leave the shop. And next card is Devil's Choice.
I like this demon. He lies as often as he tells the truth. We play for a token now.
Yep, there's a token involved. A cloaked devil appears in your path. I'm here to test your might, so-called hero. Choose your foe. Now, this one is... this can be potentially tricky. Here, I don't really matter which outcome you comes with, but you get to choose one of... You get presented 3 monster cards, and you get to choose one. And then the devil will decide if he will let you fight what you chose, or have you fight the 2 cards you didn't choose. So usually the best thing to do when you get the Devil's Choice is to pick an enemy that you don't want to fight with the other ones. If there's a very powerful enemy in the group, pick that one, because if he decides to have you face what you pick, then you're just fighting the very powerful enemy. But if he fights the 2 you didn't pick, you're not fighting a powerful enemy with something else. And I'm going to pick the Dust, because that's an easy one. And just like I said, since that is whom you wish to fight, I think today I shall make you fight the others instead. Just for fun. It's all just fun and games. Let's just skip into the fight. And swing and counter you. Counter you. Shield bash and okay, I told you to attack, not shield bash. And there's a reason why I'm shield bashing before laying into them. It's not so much important now, but in later game, that's very important for dealing with shielded enemies. And yeah, because as you'll notice, the few times when I got high enough combo, the bar on the bottom changed color. That's actually important because that indicates you're now doing more damage. So keeping long combos going is important, but if you miss or your attack is blocked by a shield, it breaks your combo. Excellent, the devil cries. You have passed my cunning test. Have some treasure. Perhaps next time we cross paths, I will kill you myself. Dealer draws you 3 gain cards. This card's token is now yours. Okay. Get that 5 food. Draw 1 equipment. Chains of Rage.
An excellent way to turn an injury into an asset.
During combat, strikes sustained from bows and wands have a chance to reduce your cooldowns. It's a medium armor. Sure, let's equip it.
Protects you from damage. The best armor, of course, does so much more.
Okay, I can do increase my mech health by 5 or by 15%. I like 15% more.
A little extra health, but it is only a momentary respite.
Alright, move up. Flip the card. Go, goblins. Being stout and meek, goblins know they cannot use strength or fear to survive. They rely on more mischievous methods. They steal from you when you're asleep and escape through magical portals. Scavengers of the earth tell tales of hidden vaults that these goblins hide their ill-gotten loot in. Their portals are made by dark magic, unkind to all but themselves.
Again, a token is at stake.
One night, you awaken to find your belongings being rifled through by goblins. As soon as they notice you stirring, they run away with a piece of your equipment. They've also stolen some of your food and gold. Now, goblins is actually a really useful thing if you can kill them quickly. For one of them stolen a piece of your equipment, so I'll be missing something. Usually either a shield or a weapon. But the ones that stole your golden food, you can wail on to get your golden food back, and a little bit more. You can actually profit from from people trying to steal from you. Whoever knew that. Yeah, they stole 5 units of gold and 6 units of food. He has my shield. And I always go after the one with my piece of equipment first, because I do not like not having equipment. Come back here, you miscreant. Okay. He's dead, so I have my shield back for certain. Just wail on them, collect the gold that comes out, try to kill them before they can escape. Which they'll escape by summoning magic portals in which they'll run to and try to jump into. The goblin threat dealt with, you continue on your way. What, don't go back to sleep? This card's token is now yours.
Take the token. It is yours.
That's what I just said. Ooh, Twisted Canyon.
It lives in every game. That initial moment where things begin. I have worked on these cards all my days, and the canyon has been there from the outset.
Funny joke about what he mentioned there about the Twisted Canyon. The developers of this game have actually stated the Twisted Canyon is the first card they created, the first encounter card they created for this game. So yeah, it's been there for the whole time the game has been crafted. Do I want to climb down to get the weapon? It might be better than the mace I have, so sure. Keep an eye on the failure, and don't pick it. I know this one's not a failure. Very carefully, you make your way to the bottom of the canyon. Tree weapon from the ancient corpse. Draw one weapon card. Desperate measures. This mace inflicts more damage the lower the health of the wielder is. Alrighty then. 32 base damage. Better than the 27 of the regular mace. And then, last but not least, Jack of Skulls. This tenacious undead.
Of all the players in the game, these are the most dangerous in the world, yet in no natural form. A wrongness, an error, cheating.
But you're the one using them, so that means you're the cheater. This tenacious undead is unusually difficult to lay to rest. In addition to sheer strength, this skeleton has the power to revive recently defeated skeletons in its close vicinity. Though my holy mace should negate that. Serving as captains to squads of lesser skeletons, these unholy abominations strike fear into the hearts of all warm-bodied folk. For until this fiend is defeated, their legions are, effectively, endless. Well, let's defeat him.
As you plunder the secrets of your memories, you'll gain new cards. Some you'll wish you'd left untouched.
Found the Jack of Skulls. He's worth 2 tokens. Let's go kick his butt. And like all bosses, he comes equipped with minions. And
shots from rifles cannot be deflected. You would do better to avoid them. Are you agile enough?
First things first, kill the marksman. Actually, nix that. First thing, kill the Jack. Kill the Jack of Skulls, or else they'll keep coming back. Because apparently you can revive them even when you kill them with a holy weapon. Oh, right. And now his card is ready. So let's grab it.
Well done. Well done indeed. But you have roused the dead in their dusty tombs, and even I cannot say what will come of it. Now our wager becomes more interesting. Will the tools you've earned suffice to address the challenges I pose? That is the question, is it not?
Alright, first the DLC thing. Murder at Sea DLC has arrived. Visit Landlocked Lubber to begin the quest. Alright, so to even get moving, you have to visit this card. Have to hope it shows up in a dungeon run. Alright. Diving in the river, I receive Ring of Survival. That's a nice ring. It provides healing. I think it's 20 healing for every 3 encounters you go through. Something like that. For exploring the maze of traps, you receive Scavenger's Cap. Gets, if you're wearing that, whenever you get food, you get a little bit more on top of it. I think like 45% more, actually. So not even just a little bit more. For opening the Captain Guards, you receive a mace and a mace. I could add maces to the equipment deck as standard. For surviving the Devil's Choice, you receive Devil's Wager. That is a card I do not like because it is very difficult. I might try to pull it off early so I can get the token out of it, but it's not an easy card to deal with at all. He will present, with the Devil's Wager, he'll present you with a series of foes and wager that you can fight them nearly dead. You get pretty much barely enough, you get enough health to take one blow without dying. For encountering goblins, you receive a food gain card. Time Heals, which is a very nice artifact. Very important artifact. It's only 3 use, but whenever you use it, you are restored to full health. And more goblins. Because goblins. Reward for defeating Skeleton Jack. Receive these new cards. The Crucible. Nice place to earn money. Also a place that can easily get you killed because you fight in a special arena that is really tiny. The Queen of Dust, our next opponent. Helpful Priest, which he is very helpful. And the Desert Storm, which can end not really nice or can end really painfully. I will receive these new cards for defeating this Jack of Skulls. Helm of Reflection. Consuming Shame. Angel's Wing. And Frostfang. Helm of Reflection is whenever you reflect a ranged attack, it makes a small explosion around you. Consuming Shame works similar to the Hag's Wraps. It debuffs it. You can activate it to make your hits debuff enemies. Angel's Wing makes you run faster, and Frostfang is a sword. I think it has like power 25, but you can also activate it. It has an ability you can activate to shoot out a cone of cold.
Shall we deal again?
And you'll notice next to the dealer appeared a little cup, because the next
another round. And our game truly begins.
Just showing it off. Queen of Dust is the last of the top row. The rightmost column are not enemy cards, but are instead not items, but they're symbols of power for the dealer, which are the goblet, the rod, the pinnacle, and the dagger. I might have gotten the order mixed up, but for every time you complete a row, you claim one of his symbols, which is one of the which makes you stronger, but also makes the enemy stronger. So you get better stuff. For one, I really love getting the goblet, considering then you get to start with a shield instead of having to hope you find Mr. Lionel before you get into fight. and it's just better gear, but also stronger enemies.
Make
Yeah.
your choices.
So yeah, that was the Jack of Dust. Not terribly hard dungeon. And next time we'll be going after the Queen. That was the Jack. That was the Jack of Skulls. My apologies. But next time we're going after the Queen of Dust, and she, if I remember correctly, she's not exactly a pushover. But we'll find out about that next time. If you enjoyed this run through Hand of Fate, please leave a like below. And I'll see you next time.